I think we've reached a moment in Scotland where real progress is now able to be made because we've moved away from, a criminal justice criminalising those people affected by substance use to seeing it now much more as a public health issue and a human rights issue. And so the establishment of the National Collaborative as part of the National Mission on Drugs to take a human rights-based approach is very, very important. And that will lead to a process then of developing a Charter of Rights and an implementation framework, how they should be made real.
The change team is a group of people with lived experience of substance use or a family member of. And I think they've been sort of put together to be the sort of driving force in making human rights more sort of real for people.
Currently I work with the Scottish Drugs Forum, and how we've started to use the Charter of Rights is we've started to use the FAIR model within that. So when people come to the group, they'll raise lots of issues around barriers and access to treatment services, residential rehab, housing, mental health and so on. And we've used the FAIR model to look at the issues that have been raised. So that FAIR model in the Charter of Rights has been excellent for sort of using in the circumstances.
There's been a lot of memorable moments. So many times I've been sitting in meetings and just really felt the gravity of what we're talking about and the power of the people in the room and how unique it is to get such an incredible group of people together and what happens when you do that and you give people the space to do that.
I work with Perth and Kinross Council, but I actually work with the NHS as well. I would love to see this charter just coming in and it being used because it's very beneficial for the community we support.
The charter will provide people affected by substance use and their families with an indication of what their human rights are, and once you know about your rights, that doesn't leave you. So that can help you access services specific to substance use, but also a myriad of other relevant services in your life. Housing, primary health care, mental health, other kind of social security, other supports that wrap around your life.
So I think the Charter will be really helpful. It'll help people to know that these are their rights and for their family members to know that and for staff to know what's expected of them as well. We do currently look at human rights, but this gives it much more focus and makes it more targeted. And certainly from our own organisation, the Care Inspectorate, we would certainly want to train our staff to make them familiar with the Charter of Rights and to also sort of talk about how would we implement this.
I've had a lot of learning for the team, the Alliance and everybody that's been involved in it. So every day's been a skill day here, every meeting we've had, so I've really enjoyed it. When looking at the Charter and where it actually fits in my role of work is in justice and where I want to see the Charter being effective in that, so the rights are there for everybody, and that means people who are caught in the criminal justice system and substance use. And for that, I'd like to get information to let people know of their rights and the duty bearers to know what their duties are for people to exercise their rights. In that area where I work, that's where I'm passionate about.
Working with the change team, their resilience, their commitment, their common sense, that's a model for others to look at closely and do the same.